Good morning, everybody. Definitely a wonderful Monday morning. No, I'm kidding. Actually, no. So we're sipping on a little bit of turmeric, getting it off my lip. And today we're going to be talking about Caravive and then going over pricing. Yesterday we did a video with Dr. Dekel, which is more on the scientific side. This one is specifically going to be more or less. I think I have this on here. Let me make sure I got my little thingy-mabobbers. Okay, so I'm going to send that my way. If you'll bear with me for just a moment, because we also have some hydrofacial specials for February. So I want to go over that as well. Go away. Thank you. All right, so we're going to start off with basically scalp health. If you know anything about what I've been through, and just pause 1 second, I'm going to make sure we shut this door because we are taking patients right now, and it can get a little bit loud. All right, here we go. Now, there we go, cut two. Gotta love being live. All right, so we're going to be talking about scalp health, but then we're also going to be talking about our hydrofacial and the specials that we're going to be running. The video we'll be doing on Wednesday will be a breakdown on everything hydrofacial for your skin, for your body. This is specifically going to be for the hydrofacial Caravive treatment that we're offering. So if you know anything about my story and my journey, I was losing my hair like crazy. So it was right before COVID. I decided to go blonde. Not the best idea if you're Greek and you're a dark brunette. And not all, the stylist I had kind of had me coming in quite frequently, a little bit too frequently. And it made me start to lose a little bit of hair, but not too much. Then we went into COVID. And that's whenever, all the stress happened. Everybody was stressed at work. There's so much going on, so much happening, especially in the medical field. At that time, my hair was just falling out in clumps. I wanted to cry because literally I'd be in the shower and just clumps would be coming out every single time. So whenever I went to Dr. Dekel and kind of talked to him about it, we did the first thing, which was blood. And we pulled my blood work. We checked my gut health, which wasn't that great, to be honest. And we went through and we fixed what was happening on the inside. And then once we got to the point where the inside was at its best, then we ended up going more towards, okay, let's do a PRP. So I went through 3 sessions of PRP. And as you can tell, now, this may not be extremely thick for most people, but for patients that have been with us over the last couple of years, they're like, "Oh my God," because this is a big deal for me. So I am excited because I'm going to kind of take you through my journey of Caravive and trying out. Well, I've already tried out and I've done 1 session of Caravive, but it's just recent. So we may not see the results of that just yet. It's going to take about 3 months, and that's what we're going to go over. So kind of let's go over what to expect with your treatment. And then also, whenever you hear me say that you can glow from head to toe, just know that if you hear me say that in this video and you put a notation at the bottom of any comment whatsoever and you're local, you get a free signature hydrofacial. So wow, congratulations. I talked Dr. Dekel and Brandon into that. Okay, so what to expect from my Caravive treatment. So let's say PRP which is platelet-rich plasma, is not for you. You don't want to end up getting your blood drawn. You don't want to have, your head fully, numbed and then go through and have your head poked, which is totally normal. I was extremely scared doing it. Once it was done, it wasn't a big deal. But I can understand. So Caravive may be the way to go as like the first treatment session to see if that's something that works out best for you. So what you can expect, you're going to arrive with clean, dry hair. So myself or one of the estheticians are going to identify the areas of concern. You'll know that because we're going to actually have and again, I always butcher this, it's not a stethoscope, but it's a microscope that can actually look it's like 20 times into the scalp hair, and you can see it live to where you can see where all the buildup of your hair is. And then we'll also be going over some myths a little bit later about that. So we'll identify the areas of concern with product buildup, hair thinning, scalp dryness, flaking, and irritation. And those are the ones that you really want to look for, because that's what I had. I had a lot of scalp irritation. I was always scratching my head like crazy. I didn't have dandruff, but I felt very dry. The hair was thinning, obviously, because it was just falling out in the shower like crazy. And I just felt really dry in my head. And we have to think of our scalp as our skin. Just like we wash our face, we moisturize our face, we put SPF on our face, we have to think of our hair the same way, because the scalp on our hair is just as important. So essentially what will happen is you're going to lay down on our treatment bed, which is very comfortable. It's warm. It's fantastic. You can have a champagne if you want to. For men or women, we have it all. So you'll have your head on the pillow. The treatment takes place by us parting your hair and just kind of working into sections. We first use the cleansing modality right here and go through and actually cleanse your hair. The second one is we end up using the Kellye booster, and that's where you get all those really great peptides and all the hair growth modalities that are going to end up helping with the hair buildup. And you come in once a month for both those treatments. Are you a good candidate for this? And again, kind of going over the flaking, thinning. I mean, you're going to know more than anybody if you're a good candidate for this. And if not, come in. We can look at your hair. If it's thick and gorgeous and beautiful, I may kick you out. No, I'm kidding. No. We can always look at it and see if you're wanting it to be fuller and thicker, and just kind of go from there. But again, you're going to know the telltale signs are going to be scalp flaking, itchiness, dryness, or irritation. And that's a really big, situation that can go on. And then the best part about being at this clinic is the fact that we have a medical director. We have Dr. Moshe Dekel. So if something is irritable, flaky, something that could be not even an issue, it's more of a dermatitis issue, we can go down the hallway and have Dr. Dekel take a peek at it and go from there. Where he can kind of, prescribe certain things, possibly look at multiple different supplements that could help out. We do have a Premier Hair, Skin, Nails. That's really great. I take that every single day. So that's one supplement that's really great if you're looking for a little bit of hair growth. Turmeric is also really good. That's great for inflammation. I've noticed that's helped out quite a bit as well. And then what I do love about everything that is in this aesthetic room, and then any product, any machine, anything that we bring in is going to be cruelty free. And it's also going to be able to work on every single skin type, from the lightest of the light to the darkest of the dark. We want to make sure that anybody that walks in, we can do a full treatment and make sure to take care of you. So we're not going to bring in something that can only work for a skin type 2 at the most. So to me, that is extremely important. Kind of off topic though. So these are the steps that we go through for the Kellye. So we're going to cleanse and exfoliate, and that's what we talked about was the first step, kind of coming over here. You're going to be doing the cleanse. The second one is where we're going to use the Kellye booster. And again, that's in office. And that's a hydrofacial Kellye scalp health solution. And that basically is a blend of growth factors and skin proteins to stimulate and get your scalp healthy. So that's extremely important. And then that's extremely important, but the most important thing is utilizing the Kellye spray solution at home. You want to use that consistently. What I'm doing myself is I'm actually kind of doing a bit of a challenge. So I have a love of Beauty Pie. And so what I'm going to do is they have a renewed density hair solution, which I honestly really love. So it's an easy spray, just kind of like the Kellye, and you just kind of go in between And as it dries out, it doesn't leave any residue whatsoever. And neither does the Keravive. But I want to see, just as a price point wise, because for our patients, I usually try to keep everything as low as possible. So I am I guess like what, thrifty shopper. So when it comes down to it, if you're going to be spending quite a bit on a treatment, I also want you to be able to get the benefits, whether it's going to be spending $120 on the Keravive spray or whether it's spending $30 on your beauty pie. So we'll kind of see which side. We'll be taking photos and then kind of go from there. So again, at-home treatment. So that's really important to continue to use that. And again, somebody stole my Keravive. My last one got bought out, so it should be in, I believe, in 2 days. And so we'll roll back through, and then I can kind of show you the difference between both of them, and then we'll set the ingredients side by side. Does Keravive work for hair loss? Keravive has been shown to improve scalp circulation, stop hair thinning, and encourage growth for thicker hair in both men and women. And it does have platelet-rich plasma. It's basically saying it's a concentrate protein that's effective in stimulating the body's natural healing response. So again, if your body isn't very healthy, you may want to go towards the Keravive first while Dr. Dekel is working on whatever issues you might have within your gut, because that's where really everything starts. Whenever you're going into any health situation, like my skin used to be acting up, when my hair was thinning, everything was starting at the gut. So when Dr. Dekel, again, went through and fixed everything, now I feel like my skin's clear, my hair is like full. I just have nothing but confidence in myself. So if you're needing help with anything, Dr. Dekel is your guy, especially for gut health, hormonal health, everything health. I mean, we're a research facility. So if you have something you think that we can't treat, bring it on, because I guarantee you we can, which is why I love working here. So Keravive is also a peptide booster. And what I really like as well, and I'll kind of pop this open. So this is one of the Keravive head tops. And I'll kind of get a little close to the film over here. So Keravive tip right here basically gets entirely into your skin, into your scalp with this. And everything they do is patented. And so every tip looks a little bit different. But this one specifically is made to get in depth into your scalp line and then roll through. There's no pain in the treatment at all whatsoever. In fact, most people fall asleep. So that's one thing we really do love about it. And we'll kind of go this way. Let's go on to how much the pricing is, and then we'll go on to a few things. And then this is something also important to look at, is that you want to keep your hair in the anagen phase, which is going to be right over here. This is, yes, this, I'm like, whoa, there we are. This way right here is going to be the anagen phase. That's where your hair is not going to be falling out. It's going to be staying strong and staying thick and staying in there, because our hair does go through the natural growth cycle. And this is, again, what Hydrofacial Keravive does, is it keeps you in that phase. You're not going to have any hair loss, anything like that. It's going to be helping you out with that. So we can kind of go over that again with a consultation in office, where we can kind of go over doing a little bit more learning, a little bit more education on it, because this is kind of a quick live. So this is the 2 different plans that we have. Excuse me. So the one treatment plan would be the platinum plan. So that would be Dr. Dekel's platinum hair restoration protocol. So one would be, I'm going to clean your scalp. I'm going to get the Keravive booster and put that into your hair. Then Dr. Dekel will come in. He's going to perform a blood draw. He'll spin it and get the PRP kit together. After that, he'll come through, and then he will end up doing injections all throughout your scalp. The good thing is that if you are scared of any type of like pain or anything like that, And again, this goes for everything in the aesthetics room. We do have Pronox right here. So this is going to take away, make you feel just a little bit more relaxed. And it does wear off in 5 minutes. So you don't really have to worry about, can I drive home? Because we'll kind of sit with you about 25 minutes after and just make sure everything's out of your system before you head home. And until then, we'll have some fun while you're waiting for it to take it out. But anything with that is basically the absolute best. And within that, after your PRP treatment, we'll set you up with the hydrofacial light stem ellipsa. And the way that you'll have this is it's going to help the PRP and the CeraVe sink a little bit more deeper into your skin. So again, you'll still be laying on the table, and then we'll kind of put it backwards this way, and it's going to hit your entire scalp area. And we'll have that basically to help out. And you can, obviously, if you wanted to come in weekly and use this, I would definitely suggest it in between sessions because it's a really just fantastic treatment. I use it for my face. I use it for my hair. And God, I just love hydrofacial. It's the best. So back to Dr. Dekel. So basically, Dr. Dekel's Platinum is going to be doing the PRP and bringing the hydrofacial CeraVe together to blend it in, again, with the take-home product. And again, we have 2 options for the take-home product, just depending on where your price range is. And I will be doing testing on both because I want to make sure that you guys are getting the most bang for your buck. So the premium protocol would just be the CeraVe, which would be the hydrofacial scalp cleaning plus the CeraVe booster, which would be in office. Then we would do the red light therapy like I just showed. Then you take the CeraVe take-home product and you take that home with you and then use that on a daily basis. And again, if that's not within your budget, we can maneuver it over and use the renewed hair density. And again, I'll keep you updated on that, as far as which one is going to win, as far as hair. And I'm going to be trying it on myself and then probably one other lucky patient. So we'll see on that. So the other thing that I would like to discuss with you is our pricing. I think I actually just have it over here. So just a couple on the side notes as far as our hydrofacial pricing this month for February. We're going to be doing, not CeraVe, but sorry guys, but it's going to be for the Signature, the Deluxe, and the Platinum. And so with there it is. Okay. So for the Signature Hydrofacial, you'll get the free light stem ellipsa with a purchase of your hydrofacial. And normally it's priced at $200. We have it at $179. So you're going to be saving, basically money off that $200. It's going to be brought down to $179. You're going to get the free LED treatment for your face. And that's normally $75 add-on. So that's going to give you definitely a really good savings. If you wanted to bump it up, you could go for the Deluxe. I personally love the Deluxe and the Platinum, but it's completely really where your budget's at and then where your needs are at. So the Deluxe is not only going to give you the hydrofacial, it's going to give you the booster, it's going to give you the light stem. And what we're adding on as well is, with Valentine's Day around the corner, a free lip perk. So, and we're giving you a discount on the hydrofacial Deluxe. So there's going to be 2 discounts. So it's 20% off of the hydrofacial Deluxe, which is $275. So it's going to be 20% off of that, which is going to be a 60-minute treatment. You'll be able to choose a booster and you'll get a free lip kit. So, and this really does just like give you the best pout. And you have a take-home product as well, which is fantastic. And I still actually used it this morning. And then last is going to be the Platinum Hydrofacial. So this one is where you're going to be able to have your lymphatic drainage kind of going all the way through. It's extremely relaxing and just good for your health in general. Lymphatic drainage is extremely important. So you'll be able to get your lymphatic drainage, you'll be able to get your hydrofacial, your booster, and LED light, and then that's going to be 20% off, plus, again, another free lip kit to go with that and take home product. That one's going to be $325, but again, 20% off of that as well. So just kind of getting those little specials out of the way. And then we are having a special for the PRP. If you decide to go that route just singularly on its own, it's going to be 3 sessions once a month, kind of like the CeraVe for hydrofacial, but you're just going to come in, have your blood drawn. If you're, in good health, you have great, plasma. Is your plasma great? So if your plasma is fantastic and your health is fantastic, then come in and we'll go ahead, do an assessment. Dr. Dekel will go ahead and pull your blood, and then we'll go ahead and get that injected into your head. And I just got a 5-minute mark. I could probably talk forever. Okay, so moving on. So again, PRP, if that's what you're wanting to do with Dr. Dekel, $3,000. You can do a free 15-minute consultation with Dr. Dekel. Again, even if you're having any stomach issues, really anything, please bring us a new something, because Dr. Dekel will solve it. He's like Inspector Gadget, but with a medical degree. Moving on. So a few things that you do not want to do if you're learn from my mistakes, that you do not want to do if you're going through hair issues. 1, dry shampoo, which I got from the bottom of my sink. So I was told by my hairstylist, again, this is a few years ago, that, if your hair is dry and you want another day, just go ahead and no, this is awful. Don't use it. It's not good for your hair. It's going to clog your hair follicles. It just smells awful. It's awful for you. So let's just throw those away. Let's get rid of that. No to dry shampoo. I don't want that to explode. So I'll put that right there. Things to say yes to. It's going to be definitely doing some renewed density or doing your CeraVe scalp treatment. This is what I'm using currently with shampoo. I'm not a really big fan. I love K18, but I'm not a big fan of the peptide prep. I just feel like it kind of doesn't work necessarily that well with my hair. It could work better with somebody maybe with a little bit thicker hair. But what my favorite is right now is the peptide prep. And it has charcoal, so it just takes everything out of your scalp that is building up. And this is amazing. So you don't use a conditioner with it. You end up coming in with the K18 hair mask. And then for me, I usually just kind of put it about to the mid end of my tips, coming right out of the shower. These two are a really yes, great choice to go with. Another good choice is usually after my hair is dried, if I have any flyaways, I'll go for my Oribe, gold, was it gold dust or lust? I think it's gold lust. I lust for my gold lust. Then I also have my Beauty Pie Super Healthy Hair Elixir, and this one's really great too for flyaways. So these are all my yeses. Those are all my nos. And then if you're going to be using any type of heat on your hair, which I know we all do, it's not the best for it, but hey, some of us have curly, frizzy hair. And for me, I'll usually use a perfect iron spray to try to, give the heat modality, make sure that I have some heat protection and moisture in my hair. So this is a good one, but I'm sure probably on the market right now, there's better ones. And then the love of my life that's changed everything. I should have brought the curling iron with it too. But the Dyson. The Dyson's fantastic because you're not going to have as much heat basically put onto your hair. So I have it on the cool setting and I blow dry my hair with that. This is one of my favorite tips. It definitely does a good smoothing out. I've had it for a few years and it's been really great. So I would say it's a pricey purchase, but it's definitely something that lasts long. The customer service is great with Dyson, and it's something that my husband and myself use on a daily basis. So as I said from the beginning, glow from head to toe. If anybody throws any comments out there, we can definitely get back to you on that. Just make sure to either shoot a DM, and I'll also put my email address in there. So if you are the first person to reach out, I'll message you and then you can get back with me on there. And then also But last thing is my favorite 3 things this week. Number 1, eye mask. So I love the silk eye mask from Slip that just came. Well, I don't think it just came out. It's been out for a while. I'm just old. So this thing has been fantastic. I actually even got one for my husband, and it blocks out all the light so that you can get some sleep. And if you're still having sleep issues, again, call Dr. Dekel. He has melatonin. We have CBD sleep gummies. We have everything you possibly could need. Secondly would be the Drunk Elephant. I think it's like sweat petty. But either way, this is by far, I've tried probably like 15 different non-aluminum deodorants, and this has been the absolute best. And anybody that comes to our house and they're like, I don't have one or a deodorant with me or anything like that, they'll end up coming in and using this. And what's great about it, I don't know if you can see from here, but it just kind of comes out almost like a cream. And it's just really great. So I really love this one. It's definitely changed the game, I guess you might say, for our underarms. We don't sweat and we don't have aluminum. That's trying every natural one possible. My third favorite would be the Abib, but it's basically a sunscreen stick, and it's a protection stick. And this one's really good, especially for like your husbands that won't wear sunscreen. If you throw this on there, it looks like a deodorant stick. They can just literally slap it on their face and then go play pickleball or go to the beach or whatever they're going to do. This is definitely a way that I've got my husband to start wearing sunscreen more often, especially while we're doing treatments in office, such as Morpheus, IPL, things like that. He has to wear sunscreen. And so we keep a few of these around for our patients that are male that do not wear sunscreen on a regular basis. But for some reason, when they see the stick, they are good to go and they like to use it. So more to it, as long as they're using SPF, that's all that matters. Other than that, that is our early Monday morning edition of speaking about hair restoration. So I do hope the video has helped out. It will get better and it will get, more, I guess, of everything. For me, this is like really doing my first live on my own. So if I messed up a couple times, sorry. But I will definitely make sure to make it a better live. I want it to be a really good show that everybody wants to join in and learn. I do nothing but like look at skincare and look at studies. And for me, that's fun. And so I want to pass that knowledge over to you. And then kind of let Dr. Dekel do the medical thing. Because obviously he's amazing at that. And for me, my passion is skincare and is just taking care of, and having a better lifestyle for me and for my family. And so I guess saying on that part, just definitely make sure to check out our specials for our hydrofacials right now. Just a reminder, we are doing the Caribbean, but as a reminder, we have the signature hydrofacial with a free LED. We have the deluxe hydrofacial, which is 20% off. That's $275, 20% off that, plus a free lip perk, which would be $50. So you're actually saving quite a bit. And then we have our platinum hydrofacial. And again, that's $325, includes lymphatic drainage, LED light, everything like that. That's going to be $325. It's going to be an 80-minute treatment. And while you're laying with LED light, we give like the best arm and hand massage, foot massage. So we really try to go above and beyond to make it an experience for you, because if you're going to be spending a couple $100s, we want to make sure that it's not just a hydrofacial, that you're really getting, treated as a friend, as somebody that you would want as like a family member coming in here. So whenever you come in this room, it's literally just, you're going to get nothing but love. Nothing but love. The attention's all on you. And we want it to make it special. We want it to make it your day because you've taken time out to come to our clinic. And so we want to make sure that you feel welcome, you feel at home. And if there's any suggestions that you want to make about our clinic or anything else, we're all ears and we're all here to kind of help and make sure that our community feels comfortable, safe, and happy being here. So thank you so much for joining the Monday show, and I look forward to working with my husband for the remainder of the day.
Y'all have a good one.
I'm joking. I love him.
All right.
Thank you. First live down.
Awesome.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, it was great.